Good evening, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on the evening of Friday, June 12th, 2020, TGIF. And here is an editorial, but before I start the editorial, I wanted to say today is official. Bubba, hey Bub, Bub, Bubba here is officially entering the race to president for the candidate for president of the United States. Hello, Bub. Under the Boo Boos Party. So if you guys want to write them in November who don't like Crippy Joe or Trumpy Dumpy, let me know. Well, today I wanted to do an editorial on the American society. It's in disarray and heading towards disintegration. And who's fueling it? Well, President Trump for one, and the African Americans for another one. On both sides are fueling this disintegration. And the losers, the African Americans. They're going to lose whatever gains they made in the last 50 years. If they keep on going this way, they're going to lose it. Big time. Jim Crow laws are coming back. You keep on pursuing this kind of thing. Black lives matter. Yeah? A black life doesn't matter no more and no less than a white, an Asian, a Latin, a mestizo, an Arab, an Indian, whether you're here in America or Indian, a Russian, you name it, that's it. That's what an African American life is. Doesn't matter no more and no less. But if you wanted to be interesting with the slogan that you have, and change the mural in Washington, D.C., and change your signs from Black Lives Matter to All Human Lives Matter, then you got something going. Because then you can address the situation the way you should be. The United States was formed as a federal republic, 50 members and a federal government. Now, the idea of a federal government was not really emphasized in the Constitution. It had certain roles to play, but the Constitution providers didn't give it much. It just says whatever the states don't have, it's part of the federal government. That is not the way to start something. What you have is you should have had the federal government first, and then any of the member states who wanted to be a member of the federation. That's a different story. That you can write your own laws and you can proceed in your own states the way you want to and still be federation citizens. But you don't have that in the United States. Until you change your system, you won't be a federal republic. And your Constitution, you allowed artificial entities, i.e. companies, to have a life of their own. Therefore, enter into politics, divert things from regular corporeal beings to non-existing institutions or beings like companies who have a life but they don't exist. Only your planet has had something like this. I don't understand it. I've seen 330 planets that are humanoid, and not one of them have come up with a stupid idea like the one you got here. Really? You put a non-corporeal entity that doesn't exist. It doesn't have a life. And you got to determine what life is. And that's not beating of your heartbeat and stuff like that. There are corporeal lives in your solar system here. Life exists in Venus, life exists in Mars, and life exists on Jupiter. They also exist on Uranus and Neptune and Triton and Titan. There's life there, along with Europa, Ganymede. You go search for them, you'll find them. But you have to determine what you want to be a human society. And it's not Black Lives Matter. It's not protesting against Starbucks because We don't want that. Starbucks is an entity that should never even have to be in the politics. And they shouldn't be bending towards the whim of a certain group. Nobody should bend towards the African American whim. Nobody should bend towards the whites. Nobody should bend towards ragheads. Until you understand this, Americans, you are absolutely going positively nowhere but disintegration. This is your favorite alien and candidate Bubba for the Boo Boos Party. Good day.